Tim Burton's Beetlejuice sequel is set to have a massive opening weekend at the box office, nearly 36 years after we saw the original back in 1988. But one of the stars of Beetlejuice is turning some heads with some comments she made in an interview just the other day, and that is Jenna Ortega. Now, Jenna Ortega obviously has become a very hot name in Hollywood following the massive success she had for Netflix with Wednesday, and of course, now taking on one of the lead roles in Beetlejuice, with Michael Keaton returning, with Winona Ryder returning. But it's what she said in an interview with MTV that has a lot of people saying, huh, you know what? That actually makes a lot of sense. I feel like we've been saying that for years and years and years. Jenna Ortega says women should have their own franchises. I don't want Jamie Bond. Now, this was in reference to the interviewer essentially brought up, hey, you know, you're working with Tim Burton now. What if he came to you with a, I don't know, Edwina Scissorhands movie or something like that? And Jenna Ortega fairly quickly shot this down and said something that is similar to what people have been saying is a problem in modern day Hollywood right now. All too often, they're taking these IPs that might have a male lead or might have a male-dominated fan base, and they say, hey, you know what we should do with this? We should gender swap these roles. We should make it a woman. That's going to be amazing. Then we can attach that to an IP, have a strong, powerful lead character in that role, and everything will be perfectly fine. But more often than not, when we see that strategy occur, it ends up in a colossal failure. Take 2016 Ghostbusters, the all-female Ghostbusters. That's a pretty good example, isn't it? But no, Jenna Ortega says, no, I don't think we need to be gender swapping these roles. I don't want a Jamie Bond. Just let women have their own thing. Let's listen to her response to this question right here.
But like, where are we at in other things? Like Edward Scissorhands, for instance, he said, just leave it alone.
Yeah.
Like, do we feel like that? Like, that's like, if he called you up tomorrow and said, you know what, Edith Scissorhands is calling to me, Jenna.
That's good.
What would you say?
No, you know what I would say about that specifically as well? I love that there's a lot more female leads nowadays. I think that's so special, but we should have our own. I don't like it when it's like a spin-off. Like, I don't want to see like Jamie Bond, I want to see just like another badass. Yeah. So yeah, something like that, definitely leave it. And also,
Definitely leave it. And you even heard Catherine O'Hara bring up, oh yeah, we're just going to give him the role of the man. That'll work, like kind of sarcastically. Like this is, and it has been a problem for quite some time. You know, women have their own franchises. They have things that appeal to them. We saw that with the Barbie movie. I was telling people, I know a lot of people kind of in my sphere were shitting all over the Barbie movie. They thought it was going to be a failure. I said, no, I think this is going to appeal to women. It's made for women. It's not something that's made necessarily for me to enjoy it. I'm not the target demographic for Barbie. And it went on and became a massive success. At the same time, when Oppenheimer, I'm not going to say that's like, oh, that was just made for men, but certainly men were far more interested in a story like that. It had a male-dominated audience. And at the same time Barbie was out, Oppenheimer nearly made $1 billion at the box office. It's okay to have these things that are predominantly for men or predominantly for women. You don't have to continue to try to take these IPs and, hey, what if we put a woman in it? What if we make it a female lead? Hey, James Bond, why don't we make James Bond a girl? Wouldn't that be cool? No, it'd be retarded. For over a decade, Hollywood has been pushing this gender-swapped IP thing, and it really has not worked out very well for them. So it's good to see someone like Jenna Ortega, who honestly, probably disagrees with a lot of the things I think politically, but it's good to see somebody like that, especially a young actress in Hollywood, who's like, no, we don't need to be doing that. We don't need to be gender-swapping these roles. Let's just make things for women or use existing IPs or maybe create another character that's not attached to all of these things, because quite frankly, it's just stupid. Let me know your thoughts about what Jenna Ortega said in the comments section below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.